everybody. Again, a live stream, and what you can see in front of you is the original Predator, but this is the original Predator, the 4-element synth. And this one is available for you if you have the book which I wrote, which is re-released. The first release had 4 DVDs, but it's now published by an American publisher. This book has then of course, all the content, but has then the video content in the cloud. So in the booklet, you have then a code and you fill this in, and then you can watch the video content. And I used a lot of Predator to explain subtractive synthesis. And what we did is make this Predator available as a free plugin. You cannot save the preset. It's only a player in that perspective. But you see all the presets we used in the DVD as examples and in teaching you how subtractive synthesis works are inside of it. So I will go to the home page and we'll put that in front here. And you see, if you have the home page, Rob Papen Book and Video, before it was called Rob Papen Book and DVD. It's available. You can find the links to buy now. It's on several spots, Amazon, whatever. But on the right-hand side, you see some additional menus. And there we have the Predator 4ES. And this is the one. And you see it has, of course, not for the current M1. We still need to update this one for also having in the latest OS versions, but this one, if you have a PC, it always will work, but with Mac it's a bit different, so it will work up to 10.15. But then you have this as a study synthesizer essentially, so you can download. So if you agree to the license terms, you can download it. And then you have also okay, let's go back. You will have then a Predator for studying. So that's what I wanted to start with this live stream of today. Let's see if we have some people in the chat room. And of course, if you have Predator, the original one, Predator, then you already also have this preset. So they also can be downloaded. And what we did in the recent Predator, so if I shut down this one, if you go to the regular Predator or Predator 3, and if you go to the Bank Manager, you scroll down in the Bank Manager, and there you will find DVD element 1 to 3. All the presets I just played a few. So we have examples for what you can do with a sinus waveform. It plays the pure sinus waveform, the whistle sound. Some nice presets inside of it, but these are example sound. Examples of what type of sounds you can create with one particular waveform. Singing saw with a sinus, or the sub bass with a sinus waveform, but also examples with, for instance, what you can do with a saw waveform. So all kind of examples. So these are the banks which can be used in combination with the DVD or video. Yeah, I see some people already in the chat room. I see Roy Clarks. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, I had another live stream ahead of this one. I'm very live streaming today, which was a live stream in one of our resellers, Plugin Boutique, and I explained a lot about the philosophy of our products, and also that went into some detailed work in terms of what synthesis is, type of synthesis, difference between phase modulation and the frequency modulation. So yeah, nice to hear and read that you enjoyed it. Very cool. And of course I think we had a live stream of 1.5 hours, and still I was not finished with everything. So at a given moment, you need to stop, because then we do the next session after my holiday, and then we can dive into the other products we have in our bundle. So yeah, so I will be having a holiday. I will be flying from Amsterdam, hopefully, because everybody knows in the Netherlands that Amsterdam airport is one big mess. I'm trying to fly out and enjoy a holiday and try to break a new world record in being lazy. That's my aim. So, and then of course I will be back. I'll be flying back on a Thursday, so that Thursday I will not have a live stream. So the next live stream will be 12:30. I think 14th of July. So Thursday, 14th of July, I will be back, guys, for you, and then we dive on. Yeah, what the other news is that, of course, we are very busy working on new plugins, especially on Blue 3. That moves forward. We can start very soon with the graphical in this, the graphic design of it. It will be bigger. It will have the same size as Predator 3. So if we have Blue 2 open here, you can see. Yeah, this is then the blue big one. So you see, it will grow. This is the big one. So compared to so it will definitely be bigger than the current Blue 2. This is the big screen of Blue 2. But it will have the size of Predator 3. And then we will have 100%, 125, 150, and 200%. So we work on Blue 3, hopefully at the end of this year. It's going to be very cool, but still a lot of work, but we are getting there. And then we will have also some new FX. And by the way, I hope you enjoy RP Pen. Did you guys download RP Pen already? Let me see how the chat room is. Johan, you also were there. Yeah, cool. Yeah, of course, here we focus more on one thing, and on the live stream I had to do a lot of things, show everything in a kind of flow. So yeah, everything in a kind of flow. So yeah, if somebody has an idea of what we can do today, we can say, okay, let's focus on Predator 3, or let's do something with Blade or Simple Bass. If you have an idea, drop it in the chat room, and in the other case that nothing pops up is, yeah, maybe one in the chat room asked me, how fast are you with creating sounds? I'm pretty fast, but it depends on which sound. So let's go to a default. Need to go back up to go to a default preset, go to the introduction bank. There we have the default. That's of course another synth. Here we have Predator 3 with a default sound. Yeah, how fast am I? Yeah, I can be very fast with a particular sound. So if you would say, what type of sound I should make? There's a bit of latency between my talking and what you hear. So let me know. Should I make let's take an acoustic instrument. We could do a accordion, we could do a trumpet, we could do a clarinet, a hobo, violin. That's so that I create now a presets, just like the old synthesizer, which has the presets with the little knobs that you had on an analog synthesizer, a kind of trumpet, kind of violin. It's too Brady sound with a little delay. Okay, I'm missing something. Oh yeah, so Roy Clark's RP Pen, I had good problems with the Maac. Yeah, restart after installation. Maac is sometimes very strange. What Maac always works is restarting. Dub Techno Sound. Dub Techno Sound. Yeah, I need to have a dub techno track. Yeah, sometimes dub is very straightforward. I think brassy. Yeah, brassy. Then you think about soul. But let's do a dub techno sound. I go for a square. I go closing the filter envelope. By the way, that is a cool thing to do if you have create a groove that you MIDI latch. So if I latch this to MIDI, and then I could record. So let's see if I can record that. Also can do it afterward.
Take my hand, we drift away.
A lot of auto noise. Let me first mute the lady and this bass, although because we use now Predator 3, sorry, for bass. And then I need to set that one to 17. So let's play some things. I need to have drums, of course. The drums is also muted. Okay, now. Okay, not very nice played, but we have the quantize. So here we do some quantize. So you see, then you have a kind of I'm pretty sure that is not really the dub techno sound, but to show you how you can make these more moving sounds which change in over time. So I record now again, and then I record also the dial. Now could be better. So then you got some. You have to glue this. So I really take a simple square. And then you see here in my Cubase, you can see it here. So it's not that fantastic, in opinion. Maybe we should shorten it. So yeah, of course, not always succeed in having the right feel. Okay, something like this. I throw away a few things and then glue things and see how that sounds. So sometimes it's I'm not happy with that one. It's going a bit too far. Sorry for that. So let's give another attempt. Sorry. No. That one was better, this last part, isn't it? So instead of just playing too much, I'll play it less, and let's see how that sounds. So I recorded the dial. So let's see how that. So, and there you see it goes a little bit wrong, but some part is cool. And that one is too late. So you see this part is good. I delete that one, and you see, don't play too much. I don't know if this is kind of dub techno, but you can see how you can do some cool stuff. So the attack is on the dial. So now it's the controller. You see the attack changes. And you can adjust the sound. Maybe a sub-oscillator below it would be nice. Go to the advanced. Oh, it's here, sorry. Oh, here's the sub, sorry. Oh, and then a little bit of delay. So what I did, I simply picked a default preset, MIDI latched the attack with the dial, and then recorded this. So if you open here, you can see a little bigger. You see, these are the notes, but there's far more happening. So if we show here the modulation, let me see, show automation, where is it? Control 14. Here it shows it, yeah. You see it's appearing here? So this is the dial which I moved. So going back. Okay, let's start from beginning. Here you see it, down here, you see? Let's glue it together. So this is just by using a default preset from Predator 3. Using a square waveform, this could be maybe cool for what somebody asked to do. I'm looking at the chat room. He asked for I'm missing the, I think it's dub techno. And of course you can expand. I mean, use a second filter behind it. Maybe that's also cool. Let's to a way in strange compositive. And you get some dirty sound. Using the LFO. Why, it's too dirty. Notch filter is nice, so having a notch filter type 1. Also with the other sections is still paid. Can use a different waveform. The square is of course a square, but you can make it, if you go to the advanced panel, you can make it thinner, so by changing the symmetry. You see, now it's thinner. And maybe in a track it's cool, because this one, if you go to the mod matrix, you can say symmetry drag here. You see, then it's drag and drop, destination is symmetry, and you use, for instance, the modulation wheel to change the symmetry while playing the sequence. Until it's gone. You see it down? So yeah, these are things, I'm not sure these are things, I think making dance music, they use all kind of dynamic changing sounds. And yeah, one trick to do this, and then you have a dial, is simply to MIDI latch. Of course, this is memorized in the Predator global setting. So once you load in another song, this dial here still is connected. So you can clear it. You can say, okay, clear MIDI, and then it's gone again. You also could save it here. So if you have a nice setup with your dials, you can go up here, external controller setup. You see you have a Virus B setup here, and then you can save it. Okay, so hopefully this is a little bit for techno. Then we get some examples for the lead sound from Equinox Part 5. Oh yeah, but I need to play it before hearing it. That's an idea. Once I see Sangini. Sambalo. Symbol, you mean it's this sound from, which is used for Bach, that type of sound. Not sure. Yeah, that's a great idea. I can watch, of course, Equinox 5. I have it on CD here, so I can check that one out. Oh yeah, there I see a dub Techno Sound. I hope this was a little bit of an example what you could do. It's, of course, more is possible. I see some new names. Yeah, some people came over from the other stream I had. Oh, Chris Townsend, great showcase at Plugin Boutique. Yeah, thank you. That's nice to hear. And of course, yeah, there's so much to tell about the products. And what I just did here with Predator 3 is simply record the attack from the filter. Essentially, it's the filter envelope which is changing. And we can make it also more sounding digital. This is pretty square. So, and then we pick one of the different waveforms. Let me see if we can find one nasty waveform. There's more. Yeah, you see, just picking a different waveform, got a whole different character. That bass filter. That's also maybe an idea. Do some weird stuff, put an extra delay, and use the modulation wheel again. I use the modulation wheel on the high pass filters, frequency, modulation wheel. So I love to use the modulation wheel. And use that for the FX2. And then the mix of FX2. See how much that changes. So the modulation wheel changes a little bit the symmetry of this digital wave. And it changes the high pass filter. So I added the high pass filter, and the modulation wheel opens the high pass filter here. You see it here. And it also changed the FX2 mix. So the stereo delay is now closed. So it only starts to use when I open it. And maybe I should give it a different time. So you see how much this sound changes. I just started at the default sound, maybe I should save this one. Isn't that maybe a good plan? I will save this one and make this one downloadable from the info section from YouTube after my live stream. So now I'm going to save it in folder, save preset in folder. Let me see. I have my own Rob folder. And I call this one dub techno mod wheel. Dub techno mod wheel, that's the name for it. So there is a delay, which is the first one. It's a mono delay, which has a timing. So if you go look up, you see it's a mono delay. These are the readouts. So, and it has a length, it's 1/8 dotted. The stereo delay, which is behind it, has 1/4 a note, so a quarter note and a quarter note dotted, so that has a different timing. But the mix is close, so you don't hear the bass, the sound, the stereo delay, because I don't open the modulation wheel. So the modulation wheel changes a little bit the symmetry, so it changes the waveform, you saw that. But it opens the high-pass filter, which is active, and it adds the FX2 mix. Then you totally have a cool new sound, and just using one oscillator. Cool, isn't it? Yeah, I like it. So I make it downloadable. Of course, the slow attack, which you hear in the filter, that you need to record to have the whoop, you know. Okay, I'm looking in the... Oh, Joan Bertner is about XY transfer. Yeah, I think that we can do, but then I need to have more samples ready to go. Then we could dive into that one. I would like to do that one after my holiday, if you find that okay. Tone is asking, I can see, are you using Predator 3? No, well, on the live stream, it's just what pops up. For the same reason, last week ahead of this one, I think the last live stream was about Predator. No, it was the Prophet 600, because sadly Dave Smith passed away, and I took my Prophet 600 and had a live stream about the Prophet 600. And ahead of that, I played with Blade 2. So it depends on what pops up. They all are my favorites. It's okay, I'm looking at the chat room. Yeah, I have a little bit troubles with my arm. It's a little bit hurt. I need a vacation, I think. It's too long hours on the computer. So I'm looking at the chat room. Okay. Well, everything is my favorite. Yeah, I use a lot. And still, I mean, what I'm doing here with Predator 3, so we save this one, so make it downloadable from the info section. We can do also something cool with, let's see. We have here Blue2. And see how we can add Blue2 to this. So I can go to sequence sound. It's a bit too fast. And I think, okay, oh, this is not useful. You go to the main page. This one uses the sequencer. Here you see a lot of features here. Okay, the menu, I go half speed. So that's also an option. Half speed. Divide. So now I recorded it, if I'm not wrong. And this sound is not useful, so I just recorded it, and then we simply see how we can fit that one, doing some odd stuff. Maybe I should shut down the Predator, and then we focus, because they mention, oh, Control Z. Hitting the wrong buttons here. I need to quantize, otherwise I cannot cut it. So now I need to cut this part. Ah, well, it's strange. It's okay, I did not play it. Quantize. Now I can cut and copy and paste it. That's easy. So I have a sound which is not fitting very well, but let's go to a challenge and see if we can make Blue with this simply preset something different for this. So using the sequencer. Okay, well, first thing I'm gonna do is making it shorter, so I make only step. And then you see this one is using FM synthesis, and that's tricky. So if I change now the volume here, oh, I have now power chord. Sounds a little like a power chord from a guitar. Huh. And now I would say, okay, this is good. This is good for this. All right, let's and then I go to Predator and play them. Predator's a little bit too loud. Let's go Predator. This Blue2 sounds almost sounds like a guitar, you know, distorted power guitar. Cool, isn't it? So I only changed the volumes of some of the oscillators, and suddenly you have a totally different sound. That's the surprise with FM synthesis. So if you see a sound in Blue2 which uses, let's say, FM line up, just change a little bit the volumes of the oscillator, and sometimes you run into something very cool. No, tone, they use modeling, so there are no samples in Predator 3. Blue2 has samples, but these are things like yes, real strings, choirs, weird stuff. So no, there are no, it's fairly coded, so that's Predator has all modeled waveforms, so that you can create the analog type of sounds using that way. Somebody asked, is it possible to save your algorithms in Blue2? Good question. You have the algorithm which is preset, or you can use the matrix, and that is a good question. I'm not sure if I can switch to matrix here. And then here I have presets, and yes, you can save it. But then you need to use the matrix. That's possible in Blue2. And good question, because I was already forgotten that. So Blue2 has the algorithm, which is preset, but they also can use the matrix. And sometimes the matrix is more handy because you're a little bit more flexible. So you see here that suddenly we have... Sounds a little bit like a power chord. Cool, isn't it? Yeah, Blue2 is far more deeper in some parts than Predator 2, but that makes that it also sometimes takes more work, or that you go a little bit more wrong, because FM synthesis is not easy. I mean, you need to stop on the right moment. Just like what I did now. I thought, oh, wait, this is cool. So I should maybe save this preset, save preset, and that one you need to load into. Okay, you see a lot of here. Power guitar. So I saved that one. Should I have that one also as download for you guys? I guess you like that. But with Blue2, it still uses this older system. So if you go to a bank manager, you need to go to a bank which has some empty spots, because one bank has 128 presets. So if you want to say, okay, I want to load it somewhere, you could say maybe synth 8, and you see that there's a lot of empty spots. Then you go here, and then you do a load, and then you can load in this preset. Where is it again? Power guitar. So now I have it here, power guitar, and then I need to save the bank with synth sounds 2. Then I have this sound next time you have it inside your Bluetooth. So you download the preset, you load it in synth sounds 2, you load it inside this one, and then you do this, save, and you save the whole bank. Then you have the next time. Yes, so I override it. So if I go to another bank, you see 128, and here we see there is the power guitar. I mean, that was the bass I was playing. Yeah, here is the wrong MIDI channel. Nice sound. Yeah, I like it. Rock on. Yes, definitely. Can everything be automated in Bluetooth? Yeah, definitely. Sure. It's not a problem. What everything? I mean, you cannot automate going to another preset. That will be not a wise thing to do. And of course, with Blue2, we currently work on Blue3, but that will take at least 1.5 years again before we release it. But then Blue3 will have all the Blue2 presets, Blue1 presets, of course, because they are also in Blue2. And you still can use Blue2. So, I mean, once we do an upgrade, it means that you still can use the older plugin because you create many songs. So people who have, for instance, Predator 2, they upgrade to Predator 3, they still can use Predator 2 because they load in the songs, and even the original Predator can be loaded. And automation, yeah, definitely you can record the parameters. That's not a problem at all. You can also MIDI latch, what I also did with a Predator 3. So if I go here and let's say this filter here, I want to MIDI latch, I say latch to MIDI, and here you go. There it is, MIDI latch. You see? Of course, I do not clear MIDI. In the playlist Diverse, I made one video about the MIDI latching. This is an very old video, but the system is still the same. So if you go to the playlist and then the playlist Diverse, I think there is the video about MIDI latching and or plugins. It's the same for every plugin. It's very easy. Okay, I'm checking here the chat room. Okay, so the Bluetooth preset and the preset with Predator 3 you will be able to download. Yeah, as mentioned in the live stream with this reseller, we have so many different products and each has their own focus. That's otherwise it doesn't make sense. We showed B.I.T, which is great for typically really focus on analog, although we do have this phase modulation option inside the two oscillators so that you also can do some very nice FM type of sounds. Let me see if I find one of my favorites. That's not the one. No, that's also what I'm looking for. Oh, I think where I can find it. It's in the... I need to find the right bank. Is it in synths? It should be here. Somebody mentioned synthwave. Yeah, that well could be for the Roy Clark's mentions in the other stream about synthwave. I think, yeah, Predator 3 would be, and also B.I.T, especially if you go to the classic Prophet Oberheim type of sounds. Or the even clavinet stuff, but I'm looking here for these print sounds. These are also cool. Here we have this little FM sound in this. Yeah, so B.I.T was all virtual analog answers, and I did not want to recreate one of the classics because then you have on some parts some limited features, and I really wanted to have it also updated. So it's a virtual analog character you get, but then also with some very cool additional features. Some very nice pet sounds. I think one guy mentioned on one of the introduction of B.I.T on YouTube that he said he never heard such a great Jupiter type of pet sound. I think it was somewhere in... And Jupiter is behind me, of course. Very dry. So it's not over the top in terms of... And we added also the, the VP330 from Roland, which has essentially it's an analog string machine, but also has a vowel filter, which is a combined bandpass together. And then you have the choir sounds. Yeah, and the lead sounds, it's I'm having Mini Moog next to me, and this is the Antic Moogie. That's a very nice Moog style lead sound. I mean, Mini Moog is a rare instrument. It's incredible expensive. If I use this in the music, nobody will notice the difference. So good is this preset. And then, of course, you have a nice reverb delay. So I'm checking the chat room. Yeah, we have this month, of course, a special because we are 25 years. The brand is 25 years. We have this month a special discount on everything. So check out the homepage or the reseller on this subject. If you like something, this is really a good month to catch it up. But even on the other day, we have pretty much fair price products. You get a lot for a very fair price, and it's sometimes less than going out dinner. So, and dinner, you eat it and then it's gone. Still enjoyable, but if you spend your money on a plugin from Rob Papen, you have hours of fun and inspiration. Okay. Checking the chat room because it's a bit more busy now than because I think some people joined because they saw the other live stream. We were talking about making fast a sound, so I also could look into this one, introduction bank default. Here it is. So somebody mentioned a harpsichord. Let's see if we can do that. Although it will be a cheesy one because so I would, for harpsichord, I would take a square and then change the symmetry so that it really is like this. Then I use, of course, maybe a second oscillator. It's also the square, also 1 octave higher. Then you almost have a harpsichord. A bit higher. A little bit detuning. No, it's not good. It sounds very cheesy, but no, it's not good. It's not good. There should be a kind of delay inside of it because it cling cling it does. No, it's not good. It's totally bad. Maybe another type. Different filter. Maybe just one oscillator. Well, could be. No, awful. No, Rob, this is bad. You messed up. This sounds really like a bad organ from the past. No, it doesn't. I don't get the sound. I think it's better to use some little FM type of thing to get the harpsichord sound. Is it possible to make PWM saw pulse width modulation alpha Uno? Yeah, definitely. That's pretty easy. For if you go to the bass bank, let's go. And it's called Symmetry Modulation. Symmetry. And here you see the. And if you go to the advanced panel, you see that the LFO is used to. The ring is active to change the symmetry. So each oscillator has its own LFO for the symmetry modulation. So I think I have some Uno type. I had also some. Where's the Uno bass? Oh, many bass. Oh, I did not made that one yet. That's a good one. Of course, if I change this one a little bit, use the arpeggiator, tempo 1 octave, half tempo, there is a Uno bass. Of course, it uses the chorus. modulation wheel to make it. And of course, you can use the sub oscillator, although this one is the tuning from oscillator 1 is a little bit too deep. I should save this one. Save preset as bass 1. And if I go 1 octave up, then I can use the sub oscillator here. Oh, I don't hear it. That's weird. Oh yeah, it's only on oscillator 2. I need to have the oscillator 2 active. Sorry. So here I need to create then also the same modulation square waveform, having the LFO on the symmetry. Put that one off. And then the sub oscillator. Then you have a Uno type, typical Uno arpeggiator sound, which we often used. Yeah, I will include that one also, so save as number 2. So we will have in the download the Predator 3 sound, the Blue2 sound, and then from B.I.T to these 2 presets. Cool, isn't it? Yeah, sure, I will add them. Yeah, very 80s. Yeah, definitely. That's with B.I.T you go fully 80s. I have a System 55 bass. This could be indeed for Stranger Things. This could be a nice. Yeah, if you like, I mean, Predator 3 has the same, and also Blue2 has also many of these analog classic sounds. But this one, B.I.T, we had some additional focus on this analog type of thing. And not everybody can afford these old machines. And the advantage of this one is you record it and everything is there. And so, okay. Yeah, guys, what I'm going to do next is upload these presets. I had 2 live streams, so I'm live streaming 2.5 hours now. So I need to stop now, otherwise I'm not so fresh anymore. But I'll make them downloadable, and in the info section, the one for B.I.T, the one for Predator 3, and the preset for Blue2. And in Blue2 you need to load it into the bank and save the bank, but I show that in the video. Yeah, guys, this was it for now. After my summer break, or my holiday essentially, and July the 11, 12, 14th of July, I'm back with the next live stream. And as mentioned, I will surely break new world records when I go on holiday next Sunday. And in the days to come, I will break my world records in being lazy. You can be sure about that. And then after that, we see you back, and we enjoy together another live stream. It's my pleasure to do this. I have a lot of fun doing it, and I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, and yeah, if you may be a bit too late, you always can watch it back in live streams there. It's always available. in case you missed it or you are doing something else on this time. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, enjoy creating music, and see you